Welcome back, viewers. Chaos Corner, live to tape. When it's me, it's the G.O.C. And for these purposes, Protegio Fidelis El Guardian. We roll on with Night 13, Round 1, coverage of Avi Klein's 64-person single elimination bracket-style tournament. We just left Davis Jubilee, Ken Patera, and Avi, and the opening video montages of the winner's circle, and we are now into the fallout from Night 12 and the round-robin matchup. We know Jarrell's going on. I just finished explaining that in the last segment. Here we go. We enter the arena. It's Howard Collado and Coach Sharon. The first promo from Avi Klein is the challenge promo. We know what the challenge promo is because Avi never tells us what it is. Learn about and think about and put that in the back of your head. How's that jar your preserves? Think about that. There's a rhyme to it. We get into the challenge promo. Howard's up first. And Howard, here it is. It's the challenge promo. Let me see if I got this right, because I want to give you the good, the bad, and the ugly of Night 13, leading into Night 14 to the extravaganza, the finals of Round 1. You're not going to want to miss that. Howard has to say and use the words, respect, trust, freedom, while chewing gum and talking Spanish. Let me say it again for the promo challenge. Respect, trust, freedom, while chewing gum and talking Spanish. Howard Collado, and I'll give you a little linguistic myself here before we open it up, because both Howard and Coach Sharon are very well versed in several languages, and not only English, but definitely Spanish. And I'll give you a little bit of, no me joda maricón, muévete el culo, no? Well, I'm just throwing it out there. El gallo, tres huevos, I could do a little bit of this. So anyway, we go on to Howard, and he knocks it out of the box. Now, remember, in past challenges, Howard started off in Spanish, went to English, started off in English, went to Spanish, and lost the challenges in the past. So he knocks it out of the box. I'll give Collado credit. In turn, Coach Sharon, her why, and listen, she's a never give up on a client type of person. You know that, right? If you know the fortitude, the intestinal fortitude of Coach Sharon, she's a never give up on a client type of person. Remember that. Keep that in the back of your head. In her promo challenge, she has to use the words honor, courage, and strength. Honor, courage, and strength while shadow boxing in Spanglish. Now, Coach Sharon, I've never met you. You look like you're in fantastic shape. I know you're a pugilist and a trainer and a performer. And man, let me tell you, the old left, right, the old 1, 2, 1, 2. Brrr. Let me tell you something. Coach Sharon knocked it out of the box. And let me tell you something. Her Spanish, Spanglish, if you will, which we know it is, it's a cross between Spanish and English. She knocked it out of the box. I say that phrase because it's apropos. She really did. It was something. And through this whole thing, you notice Avi continues to insult, from the promo to the challenges and everything in between. He continues to insult Howard Collado, just like he has in the past with me, and now we're on a mutual respect thing. He's done before with Jamie Sparling, and we'll get on to that. He's done it with several people. He's done it with Rich Masad. He's done it with a lot of different people where he picks it out and attacks, and he's doing it with Taekwondo now too. The young Don, if you will, but let's not talk about that. We'll continue with the coverage. So here we go. Again, the promos were damn good, I will say that. We go to the votes. We go to you, the fans. Pete votes for Howard. Avi's obviously, again, I say it all the time in the coverage, Avi obviously is going to vote for Sharon. We go to the fans. Now, I'm going to say that to say this because I tell it like it is. Howard got a decent amount of votes. Again, I don't know what's going on with the system in the green room, the dark castle, if you will, and the votes and what comes through and the different things that Avi goes to and sites and social media platforms. You know, it's streamed on like 40 or something, 30 something different, 40 different something pages, and it's growing. That's why there's almost 1.5 million viewers every weekend, every Saturday night. So we go to the fans, and Sharon wins. I could see why. A lot of people voted for Sharon. The votes during this match, I don't know, the ratings must have went through the roof because the votes really came in, and Sharon wins the promo challenge. She's up 1-0 against Howard Collado. Collado, you're facing elimination. You're never going to get out of the first round. Facing elimination again, Collado. When are you going to step it up, Howard? This is just coming from Chaos Corner. This is not talking from Prestigio Fidelia del Guardian. As the fans here are going, I could hear the fans in the background going, oh my God, they're running for the doors. They got to get their popcorn. They want to get a hot dog. They want to get their beverage, because that's the passion that I bring here, that I can hear them all the way throughout Chaos Corner. Yeah, OMG, oh my God. That's what you get here on Chaos Corner. So we realize that Sharon's up 1-0. We go to the next challenge. It's a debate challenge, and it's horror films. Kind of like a little bit of the Dark Castle. So Howard's up on this challenge from Avi Klein. Debate is horror films. Now, Howard has to convince the masses, and be careful when you follow the masses, right? Because sometimes the M is silent. So keep that in the back of your mind. Let that marinate. Howard has to convince whether Candyman was scarier than Freddy while hopping on one leg. You never know what the challenges are going to be. Avi doesn't tell anybody. He's tighter than a crab's ass. He's not going to tell you the challenge. So Howard's jumping around like a Bugs Bunny on a pogo stick. As a Mel Blanc reference there. I will say that, Howard, you did okay. You were jumping around. You looked like a jumping bean. You see how good I was there, right? Jumping bean? I know that you did. Pick up on these things, will you please? So unbelievable. He really does a good job. And Sharon, in turn, has to, the coach, if you will, has to describe and convince the viewers, yes, you, the fans, why Jason is scarier than Mike Myers while keeping her eyes wide open without blinking. Let me say it again. Coach Sharon has to keep her eyes open without blinking, describing and convincing whether Jason is scarier than Mike Myers. I don't know. Who's scarier? Jason? Mike Myers? Or Prestigio Guardian, the guardian of chaos? Scared of rats off cheesecake? Make onions cry? I get it. But that was the challenge. Unbelievable. We go to the votes. We go to the fans. Pete votes for Howard. I was a little surprised about that. Avi, again, is going to vote for Sharon. We already know that. We go to the fans. And this time, again, the fan votes come in hot and heavy. Very interactive on night 13. And guess what happens? Howard Collado actually tied it up. He won the fan vote. I don't know how the hell that happened. I really don't. But Howard won the fan vote. And now it's tied 1-1 in this matchup. Again, remember, they go on to face Jarrell around the final round. This Saturday night, on August 14th. You're not going to want to miss it. I can't believe Collado won the fan votes. Listen, he's catching momentum in the green room. I think he's getting that pity vote. We move on to Howard versus Coach. Avi definitely calls Jamie and Howard a bunch of morons. Again, I told you about the heat between Jamie Sparling and Avi Klein and Howard Collado. I mean, these guys are interwoven, and this is what happens when you do this from all these years. You know each other, and you get back together again. It's really like the Hatfields and the McCoys. So the next thing we talk about with Collado and Coach Sharon, we go to debate. We're still in there. Howard has to propose a dinner to JFK, Michelangelo of the Ninja Turtles, and Larry Bird. And he has to say why that would be an entertaining dinner. So he has to convince you, the fans, us, a proposed dinner and why it would be entertaining between JFK, Michelangelo, and Larry Bird. He does a pretty good job. In turn, Sharon has to say why the Titanic was underrated and the greatest comedy of all time. Both these folks, Coach Sharon and Howard, they just winging it on this one. The Titanic. Sharon came up with a pretty good explanation to be positive, and that's the kind of person she is. She doesn't give up. She said the band and everyone playing and the three people, they were trying to keep everybody upbeat and excited. Yeah, so the Titanic was sinking. It didn't matter. It was entertainment. It was comedy. People were there. And not bad, Coach Sharon. But the bottom line is, we go to the votes. Pete votes for Howard, and again, we know Avi's going to vote for Sharon. Pete has been in Howard's corner the whole matchup. We go to the fans. Unbelievable. At this time, again, the fan votes are pouring in, but it ends up in a tie. That's the caveat. The fan votes ended up in a tie, so here's the breaker. And I don't know why he chose this guy. He can't even remember his name. He might be half in the bag for all we know. He brings in Davis Jubilee from the previous winner circle, who's in round 2. You know the whole story there. And he said that whoever Davis Jubilee votes for will advance to face Jarrell night 14 this Saturday night. And the other person is out. Out of the tournament, out of the green room tournament for good. I don't know, unless you get saved. There is that save factor. But out of the green room tournament right now and not advancing into round 2. Davis Jubilee picks Howard Collado. I can't believe it. It's unbelievable. I can't believe that Howard Collado actually won a matchup. He goes on to face this Saturday Night Live, night 14. He goes on to face Jarrell to see who goes into round 2 of the tournament. Listen, there's only a few spots left. I'm vying for one of them too. I can't believe it, but Coach Sharon, a real class act. She actually presents, and it's just a class act personified that she is, that Avi explained her to be, and that she has presented herself to be. She presents a pair of her gloves to Howard Collado out of the class act and mutual respect that woman was and is unbelievable, and I could see why she resonates with the audience. So Sharon's out. Take it easy, Coach. No offense. Get out. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. And that's what we have here on the matchup. And now Howard goes on, as I said, to face Jarrell. So we're getting ready to leave this matchup. It's in the books. Put it in the books, as the G.O.C. says. We're going on, and we're going to the next matchup. You're not going to want to miss it. We're going to enter the arena with just Sammy. That's right, Sammy Green. And the one and only omnipresent time traveler, Preston Present. Live to tape here from Chaos Corner. Stay tuned.